Hello and welcome. UpTheDubsGuy here, and it's time to catch up a little bit on what I've been up to. Before we get started on that, I want to show you what I'm going to work on next. You might notice that all of the lanterns that were on the ground have now been replaced by little moss carpets covering other lanterns. Now what do I want to do besides that? I'm trying to clean up the base a little bit, make it a little more presentable. You see this little shallow pond up here on this upper level? It seems like it wants to flow down into that, but it makes no sense to me that there's water up there. I think I'm just going to have water flow from this pond over up into the bay there. See how that goes, and then I'll decorate around it. I've got a bunch of different plants in my inventory. We'll see what I come up with. Hopefully that will turn out nicely. Now, what have I been up to? The IMMA is almost finished. All of the dormers are in place on the roof. All the facades have been finished, interior and exterior. The only thing missing now are chimneys along here and along here. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is a raid farm. That was a big effort, mostly just to get it to work right. I used the design from Oink Oink, but I modified it because I saw a lot of comments where people were dying. So I made some changes. The first change I made was I made the drop chute taller. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I landed that. The second big change I made was I made the drop chute up here only 1 block wide. I had to adjust these blocks here to make sure that the water flowed all the way in there, and I had to raise the lava blade 1 block because the ravagers were bouncing up, and guess what, everybody else was bouncing up too, so they were dying in the lava. If you do this change, it prevents ravagers from falling down the 2x2 block, which apparently was happening to people, but definitely remember, raise the lava blade by 1 block. Now the other change that I had mentioned earlier, see this drop chute here, I added 5 blocks because when the guys fall down here, they're still alive, and it may take more than 1 hit to kill them. So people were dying, sometimes I think with vexes, sometimes I think with guys shooting them with crossbows. Now I noticed the original design says put your slabs here, but the guys could see me, so they were shooting me. So my solution was to stand over here where they can't see me, and everything is fine, but you can't get the XP, which I don't really care about, honestly, but just be aware. I think I'm going to swap this out and put glass in, and then I don't have to worry about it. Of course, then the XP won't get through at all, but like I said, I don't care. And then I added a filtering system. You can see I've got 4 columns of emeralds, 2 columns of sticks, 2 columns of arrows, goldstone dust, gunpowder, redstone dust, sugar, spider eyes, bottles, and then all the non-stackable stuff is going to fall over here. And you can see I'm getting loads of totems, I'm getting good books, and what I will do eventually is I'll add a trash can underneath here, and I'll pull out all the stuff I want to keep, leave only trash here. I'll flip a lever, it'll all fall into lava. That's a lot easier to get rid of stuff. Now the books, I'm only keeping those books that have the maximum. Like Depth Strider 3, that's a maximum. I'll keep that. I get about 1.25 stacks of emeralds every time I run the farm. Now I'm generally holding my looting sword, so that makes a difference. Now the other thing I want to mention is the number of hoppers here. If you have a water stream going over the hoppers, do not have any more than 5 hoppers at one time, because that water level gets too shallow and items get hung up on the edge of the hopper here. But as long as I keep it to 5 or shorter, that issue doesn't happen. Everything just flies down the track, no problemo. But the thing works really well. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the changes that I made. The other thing to note is the villager. When you put your villager in, he's up there. There are leaves underneath the bed, and then the bed is on top of the leaves. But that does not prevent spawning of bad guys. So be mindful of that. The trick, so far it's working. I found this comment, somebody answered my query. My villager keeps dying, and this fix seems to have sorted it. What you do is, when the villager is asleep, you place leaves right over top of him in the bed, just like that. Now I went ahead and put leaves all the way up until the top of the platform there. I don't know if that's required, but it certainly doesn't hurt, and that is definitely something you need to do. Make sure you do that, because bad guys will spawn there. Let's give it a test. Okay, first thing we do, we go down to where our captains are being captured. They're way down here. You hear them? There are some illagers in there. At some point one of them will be a captain. And there's the trident killer. Okay, we're going to get the bad omen shortly. At some point a captain will spawn in there, and when that happens we will just climb up these ladders. Oh, we got the bad omen. That startled me. So we're gonna go up here, and the raid is triggered. I have that up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I stand at the top. Let's turn that on. Now they shouldn't try to get me because they can't see me. I should be able to stand here without fear. But look, they're just one-hit kills. No chances of vexes coming out of there. Now that I've moved the slabs up here, I haven't been shot with a crossbow either. There we go. That was wave 1. I do recommend you turn your sounds down a little bit, because those pistons can be quite loud. That was wave 2. Here's the stuff coming down the trough. I think that was 3, wasn't it? Now of all the illager mobs falling down there, the witches are the strongest, but they still get killed quite quickly. That was wave 4, I believe. I think that was wave 5. See the XP come in there? So that's always an option. You can jump up and get your own XP if you want. We should be seeing some evokers. There's one. Let's look for that totem. There it goes. And a book. Nice. Why is that emerald just hanging there? That seems weird, doesn't it? It's on top of the piston, I guess. That's alright, we can afford to lose one. I want to say this is the last wave. It might be a ravager dying up there. Yep, that was it. Okay, I won't start that again. I'll come down here and I will turn off the captain killer. I also need to warn you, one big issue with this, I don't know if it's a bug in Bedrock or not, but you see that bad omen effect there? I'm going to drink this milk here, and it's going to be gone, right? Along with the hero of the village, but I want you to be careful, because even after drinking milk, if I go back to my base too soon, I start a raid over there, and that's very problematic. So be careful of that. I don't know what the issue is there. There's no indication of any bad omen. It just seems to be on a timer of its own in the background. I think Mojang has a bug they need to fix. But let's take a look. Okay, these came in just now because I remember that was empty. And then we have this. So we got 64 plus 12 from that raid. That's pretty good. But let's take a look at our goodies here. Loyalty 3, okay, that's a good one. But see, this is a pain in the neck, getting rid of stuff one by one. Who wants to do that? Oh, Frostwalker 2, look at that. But check that out. That is a really good farm. It works well. And if you put in those tweaks, good luck. Let me know how you get on. I really enjoy having this farm. But again, be careful. Don't go back to your base too quickly because problems will ensue. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.